we doing, guys? Welcome to a late Friday Waffle. As I mentioned, I was at a wedding yesterday. Had a fantastic time. I must admit, guys, I know I say this every week, but I really don't have much to talk about. To the point I was actually thinking about not having this, but I always think it's important to try and kind of keep putting out videos to kind of give you guys something to watch, because at the end of the day, if you don't make videos, then people are just going to tire of you, and ultimately you're going to lose listeners. And I don't make these, I make these things for fun, but ultimately I make them to hoping that people will watch them, listen to them, and give their feedback on it. One thing I was thinking about is what makes a successful YouTuber, I should say. I don't subscribe to that many people. Perhaps I should, but I tend to find, I think if you subscribe to too many people, it's simply not possible to keep up to date with videos that people are actually making. Now, in fact, all of the people I subscribe to are all retro people. Why do I watch them? I think the most important thing, now I'm far from being the right person to tell people what makes a good YouTuber, because at the end of the day, I'm a tiny little channel compared to other people. But for me personally, what do I look for in a YouTube channel? Firstly, you've got to be interested in the subject matter. I'm not going to watch a YouTube channel based on football or nuclear physics or whatever, because I'm not interested in things like that. It's got to be something that you're interested in. So, in the case in point for me, it's primarily going to be retro games. I'm not a big fan of watching modern, playthroughs of modern games. The only time I will watch a modern game is if I'm, going to buy a modern game. Then 9 times out of 10, YouTube's the best place to find a video of it getting played. So yeah, mainly it's going to be retro kind of gaming type subjects that I'm going to look for. So you need to be interested in the subject matter. The next thing, I think people, you need to be able to hold an audience. I'm probably the worst to try and do that, but there's a hell of a lot of people out there that make YouTube, that do YouTube videos, and you've got to be able to, people have got to be interested in how you're actually putting yourself across. If you talk completely monotone, pausing like I do a lot of the time, stuttering, then people are going to switch off. Steve Benway raised a valid kind of interesting question last week about, do you watch videos all the way through? Again, it very much depends on the subject matter and how the guy or girl, the person, is actually putting their point across. So yeah, I said I'm far from an expert, not at all. I'm really amateurish compared to the guys that I watch. But I've seen some. When I look at my early videos, I'm completely deadpan and I sound really boring, and but it's not the easiest thing in the world to actually sit in a room and talk into a camera. It took me a while to try and get used to it. Even then, I still wouldn't say I'm 100% confident behind or in front of a camera. It's different if somebody was actually talking to you face to face, but ultimately you're staring at an inanimate object and trying to waffle. So yeah, the person needs to have a good way of putting his point across. He needs to have a good sort of rapport, I wouldn't say rapport with his audience, but I suppose he should have. I think humour plays a lot to do with the videos. There's one guy I've got to give a big shout out to, and he's a far bigger channel than I am, and it's Vectrex Rolly. If anybody's not checked him out, you need to check him out. He's an Australian, shut up, he's an Austrian guy. Sounds awful like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, Roland, he puts his videos, as the giveaway with his channel name, Vectrex Rolly, his favourite console system is the Vectrex. And he's got an awesome collection of games. He's got a lot of really kind of obscure, kind of rare Vectrex add-ons, accessories, whatever you want to call it. He's got a lot of homebrew cartridges. He's got the 3D imager and that kind of stuff. He's also right into his Virtual Boy, and again he's got some cracking machines for that. But he's, you know, and he buys a lot of the really, well, to my mind, some of the really shit machines. I mean, there's things like was it the Magnavox Odyssey? Was that also known as Philips, whatever it was called, I can't remember, Video Pack or something, I think it was in Europe, and it's a pretty shit system. But Roland, he picks up, I mean, he got one with a built-in screen, and he's got like the Texas T1994A, which was my first computer, and I thought it was shite. But he picked up like a speech synthesis add-on for it, and some of the stuff he's got is just incredible. But what makes Roland's channel interesting for me, yeah, you know, some of the stuff that he shows off is fantastic, but he's got a really, really brilliant way of putting his videos together. I mean, he incorporates more humour than anyone else I know. It's quite ingenious. What he does is he ropes his wife into making these videos, and basically, you know, the whole kind of backstory is he always tries to hide from his wife any sort of retro game purchases, and you know, it's very much anyone that's I'm trying to think. I was going to say it's like Carry On Films in the UK. It's nothing like Carry On Films, but it's just so funny. You really need to watch it. He always, at the beginning of his video, he's always got this kind of comedy intro with his wife, you know, watching out, you know, is this a parcel type thing? And no, and he tells lies to his wife. He wants to always hide his kind of passion for games to his wife. It's absolutely hilarious. I'm not putting this across very well, guys, but go check him out. I mean, his last video, he was waiting for a package to come, and he spied the postman, and he basically tried to kind of divert his wife to another part of the house so she wouldn't see the postman, and it ends up the postman gets locked in the toilet and gets drunk, and I'll let you watch for yourself. He's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, he's hilarious. I say he's actually very knowledgeable on his retro collection as well, but to me what sets him apart is he injects this kind of humour, and it's absolutely brilliant. Another guy who puts a lot of humour in, more so, he's really evolved into, I think, a great YouTuber is Monkey Spies 5000. Now James, he's a fellow Scot. He used to, a lot of his videos initially were just pick-up videos, which I'm not a big fan of. Depends if it's something quite interesting, but a lot of the time it was just like games, this game, that game, whatever. But I mean, I've seen James evolve or develop, whatever you want to call it, his channel. He's one of the first channels I go to now. He's a typical Scot. He drinks iron brew, he likes to burp, and he just likes to have a good time. And what he tends to do, or what he does with all his videos now, is you get the little intro, then you get a 10-second intro of him doing something really silly. It's just stupid, it's daft, but I think it's bloody hilarious, and you know, I thoroughly enjoy Jim's videos. So yeah, humour has a lot to do with it. You got Steve Benway now. Steve, he'll be the first to admit that he doesn't. I mean, I think Steve, you'd probably agree, mate. You can be a bit of a Marmite YouTuber. You know, some people probably don't like Steve's straightforward, no nonsense approach. If you think something's shite, he'll tell you it's shite. He doesn't suffer fools gladly. I think he would agree with me on that one. But Steve puts a lot of humour into his videos. He doesn't take himself too seriously. And again, he just talks. He shoots from the hip. He talks and says exactly what he's thinking. And again, he's knowledgeable about what he's talking about. Which is a big plus as well, because okay, there's far too many YouTubers, and I'm probably one of them as well. They just, I don't know, they just make videos for the sake of making videos, and you know, there's so many people that do kind of what I try to do, and for people to want to watch you, you've got to be entertaining, you've got to be slightly different. I think as well, you need to try and offer a bit of variety. I mean, I've mentioned before, when I started this thing up, I never really expected to to be doing this. I think I started, was it last year? I can't, you know, I honestly can't remember when I started doing this video channel thing. I think it might have been the tail end of last year. No, it wasn't over Christmas, it wasn't. I think it might be in the beginning of this year actually. But it was always just going to be, I was going to be playing rubbish games for 10 minutes and doing a wee commentary and just saying exactly what I thought of the game. And that's what it started with. I did these, I called them a 10-minute mashup. But over the period of, you know, I've tried to diversify slightly, because it was getting to the point, I was coming up to my little games room that I'm sitting in just now to make a video, and it can get a bit stale doing the same thing over and over again. You need to try and be a wee bit different. So what I've tried to introduce over the last sort of 3-4 months are different types of kind of videos that I make. I make the 10-minute mashups. They're my kind of my staple diet. You'll get 4 or 5 mashups a week. I do these Friday Waffles, which was a shameless rip-off of Steve Benway's Friday Talkie. I personally enjoy things like this, watching videos with people talking to the camera, because you get a right feel for the person, the type of person they are. You know, I find them quite interesting. You see everybody's different, no two people are the same, so you really get a feel for the person, you know. If they're an interesting person, it's always nice to hear what they've got to say. So I do these Friday Waffles. I've also I've got the thing running there on my main cab. I do the how to be a video game champ, where I play a nominated game, and the game I'm playing at the moment is Berserk. Fantastic, absolutely love the game, love it to bits. I got a really good high score. My high score was just under 7k, and then on Thursday I think it was, I got 14,000. So I'm going to have another wee crack at this in a wee minute once I finish this thing. What else do I do? I do my hardware pickups, but to be honest with you guys, I don't. I've pretty much got all the hardware that I can really I can accommodate in this games room. There's not an awful lot that I want. To be honest, I wouldn't say money's a bit tight, but unfortunately my job, I'm probably going to be getting two-paid to another company coming up soon, and you never know how it's going to be in the job front. Chances are I'll have to reapply for my job, so I don't know where I'm going to be job wise. Hopefully everything will work out okay, but I'm certainly not going to get myself, you know, into debt and buying systems that, you know, right now I need to wait and see how the job's going to go. But I've pretty much got everything I need to buy. So hardware pickups aren't going to be a common theme. I mean, I got a few new bits and pieces, you know, over the last couple of months, which I've kind of shown you. What else do I do? What other videos I do? I do hardware pickups, I do my mashups, I do my waffles. I think that's about it. Hopefully you find it entertaining, because I know I like channels where, you know, people do different things. I know Chris Shank actually mentioned that he was just doing pickup videos after pickup videos, and like I said, I'm not a massive fan of pickup videos. I think it depends really, obviously, what you're showing the viewer. But he felt things were getting extremely stale doing the pickup videos over and over again. So he's now started to do kind of waffle type videos. And again, these are the type of things that I personally find fascinating. I really enjoy, and I think most people do enjoy it. I know certainly. I mean, I don't get big viewer numbers in videos, but the sort of waffles and my sort of like video responses always tend to get the higher numbers. So people obviously enjoy watching them. I mean, when I do a mashup, I do try and, you know, it would be the easiest thing in the world to look at, you know, common games, Sonic the Hedgehog, Mario, blah blah blah. I always try and pick something slightly different. Now I know a lot of the time the videos, some of the games that I pick, people probably never heard of it and they probably don't want to watch it, and that's absolutely fine. But I always want to try and be a wee bit different with sort of the games that I'll look at. You know, as I said, it'd be the easiest thing in the world to look at, you know, popular games, but there's 1,000 videos out there looking at Call of Duty and whatever it is, so you're not going to get popular games from me. If there's a game that I absolutely love, then I'll show you it, because I just love sharing good games with other people. So what else? What makes a good YouTube channel? You've got to be, the subject matter's got to be what you want to see. The person's got to be likeable. I think that's a really important thing. I mean, I have watched channels in the past, and I wouldn't say I dislike the person, but there's usually within a few minutes, you know, the person's got to try and capture, get your imagination, draw you in, and if you can usually pretty much quickly know whether you've got a connection with the guy that's doing the video. If you don't particularly like the sound of the guy or the person that's speaking, then you're not going to continue watching. I think people, you've got to be a likeable person. I think that's a fact. You've got to be likeable. Another thing is you need to vary your content that you put out. I think that's always quite important. Speaking, I think again, Steve Benway made this comment. I mean, there's a lot of people that do, like, you know, playthroughs of games, but they don't. They just show you it getting played. You know, that could be like watching a bloody demo in a game. You know, you need. I like the personal aspect of people talking when they're playing games. I mean, Monkey Spies 5000. He does really good plays. I mean, especially when he plays some of the scary games. I mean, I hate scary games as well, but it's priceless. Especially when I was watching him playing. What was that game? Asylum. What was it called again? Asylum. You're in an asylum on the PS4. And I had played it just a few days before James had played it, and I knew when some of the creepy bits were coming up, and so I was waiting for him to shit himself, and shit himself he did. So that was quite amusing. I think you've also got to keep the content going. I mean, you know, I don't know, putting out a video once a fortnight, once a month, people are soon going to, I wouldn't say they're not going to tire of you, but they're going to stop watching you, because at the end of the day, if you go on to watch somebody, you know, and they're not making videos, you're either just going to stop looking for them, or ultimately you may stop subscribing to them. I mean, I'm saying humour has a lot to do with it. Humour, having a sense of humour in videos is a big thing for me. But then there's also other channels. There's one, Paul Jenkinson. Paul, he does the Spectrum show. Now, I said I wasn't a Spectrum owner, but this guy, I mean, he really goes to town in his videos. It's probably the most professional videos that I've seen. I mean, there's a lot of guys have really high production values, but Paul, his Spectrum shows, you know, the fading in and out, the graphics swirling about, zooming in, and just the overlays, it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, Paul doesn't put out a lot of videos because, I mean, I'm guessing one of his videos probably takes a good, I'm guessing it probably takes over a week to put together. This thing here that I'm doing will take me 10 minutes, and then I just upload it, stick the intro and outro in, and Bob's your auntie. But yeah, Paul, his programmes, I would almost say they're, you know, they're professional, they're extremely professional. They last about 20 minutes. So if you're into your Spectrum, or just like you want to savour the history of the Spectrum, then check out Paul's Spectrum show. I will put a link to the bottom of this video. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. I mean, that's what I enjoy. That's what I look for on a YouTube channel. Got to be interesting. They've got to be. You've got to like the person. You've got to like the content. You want a bit of variety. I think another thing I like as well is people that comment on your comments. If that makes sense. If I make a comment on somebody's video, it's great when they reply to it, because ultimately you feel like you've got a bit of communication with the person. I mean, I know there's certain guys, I can't remember any of them offhand, but there's guys out there, you know, 2 million subscribers. I know if I post, you know, I'm not going to get a reply, but then at the end of the day, what can you expect? You can't expect somebody with 2 million subscribers to reply to every comment. So I suppose that comes round to a point that Steve Benway was asking a long time ago. I was going through some of Steve's old videos, and he was asking what makes an ideal channel size. I can understand, I mean, what we're doing here, you know, I've got a tiny number of subscribers in comparison to some people. Somebody who's got 1 subscriber, or somebody who's got 10 million, at the end of the day, it's still the same thing. Me talking to a camera like I'm doing just now is no different from, what was it, Angry Gamer Nerd, or whatever the hell he's called. He's got, I don't know, a couple of million subscribers. He's talking in front of a camera. there's, you know, there's no real the experience for him making his videos is no different from me making my videos. But you have to, you know what, I've just lost my train of thought where I was going with this. Can't remember what I was talking about. I was going on about comments, but yeah. So ideal channel size. So I suppose, I don't know. As much as it's nice to know that when you make a video that people enjoy it. That's the ultimate payback for me. It's knowing that somebody, well, at least one person, enjoys watching this. They get a bit of pleasure out of watching it. You know. That's the payback for me. So I suppose, you know, I would be wrong if I was to say having a lot of subscribers isn't important to me. You know, I suppose it's a mark of how many people. It's a mark of how popular your videos are with people. But you know, I mean, I don't know what I'm up to. I'm just below 170 subscribers, which isn't a huge amount, but I've managed to pick up quite a few in the last couple of weeks, which I was quite pleased about. Probably no small part to it. I got a bit of a shout out from James Monkey Spies 5000, which was great. I'm waffling a wee bit here, hence the Friday Waffle. Yeah, so if your channel is too big, then it's impossible to engage with your audience and reply. Whereas having a smaller channel, I mean, there's a few guys that have been watching my videos for quite a while, and I've got a bit of rapport going with these guys, and it's good. I enjoy that. I've never met them, you know, I'm probably never likely to meet them in real life, but it's good. You get a bit of banter going, and I really enjoy that. So yeah, I says, as much as it'd be nice to have more subscribers, if it gets too big, then you're going to lose that kind of intimacy. And I like the fact that, I mean, I do try and respond to every comment. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how YouTube works. I mean, I go into my Google Plus account and you see comments that I wasn't even aware of. Sometimes maybe a couple of months old, and you think, oh well, that person probably thinks that I don't give a shit about replying, which isn't the case. I do try and reply to everybody. So yeah, I think that is all I've got to talk about on YouTube. Sorry it's not the most interesting Friday Waffle, guys, or Friday Waffle on a Saturday. I'm doing this kind of tits up, I'm doing it in reverse. That's what I wanted to talk about. What have I been up to? Been playing a lot of Berserk. I'm going to have a game in the next couple of minutes. I'm going to record it and hopefully I can beat my 14,000 point score, although I'm not going to hold my breath. I made another bead art. I can turn it around and let you see what I've made. It's a Donkey Kong. Quite pleased with that. Gaming wise, apart from playing the main cab's still getting a lot of action. I've not been playing anything really current. I've still got Watch Dogs on the PS4 to play. I really want to start playing that. One of my mates, he reckons it's one of his favourite games of all time, so that's a good enough recommendation for me to get stuck into it. I've also got The Last of Us on pre-order on the PS4. So that comes out, I think it's the beginning of next month, so I'm looking forward to that. But I really need to start making a point of playing games that I buy. So yeah, coming up. Sorry guys, the camera cut off. I think the memory card only records up to 2 gig in file size and then it goes off. What was I talking about? Coming up, yeah, it says apart from the usual fare, come on, mashups. I've got another few bits and pieces in the pipeline which I'm not going to talk about at the moment. One of the guys, Brian, who constantly slags me off for having squint cameras, he was asking about me doing a live YouTube thing. Now, to be honest with you guys, I don't think I've not got a big enough audience to justify something like that. I'm going to look a right tit sitting in front of a camera, talking to 2 people. And to be honest with you guys, this is just a normal digital camera that I actually use. So for me to upload it, it's just a question of taking my SD card out and uploading the video. I don't have a webcam, so I don't quite know how I could. Well, I suppose technically I could actually sit with a laptop. I could borrow my daughter's laptop and I could be typing and talking to you guys. But no, that wouldn't work because that would just be recording it, so it would not be live. So yeah, I don't have. In fact, my daughter does have a webcam on her laptop, so technically I could physically I probably could do a live one, but I don't really think that I've not got enough people to make that work, not at the moment. Maybe if the numbers go up, it's something I would certainly think about. One thing that I would love to do, this is to you, Jim, Monkey Spice 5000. I'd love to do a collaboration, the two Scots together. Don't know how we could do it. Whether we both, I suppose just both go on a webcam or some sort, or go on Skype. I don't know if you've got any software, Jim, but I'd love to come up with some kind of a one-off collaboration. That would be a bit of fun. We need to come up with something interesting to do. Whether we play a video game or something, I don't know. We could have a think about it. But yeah, that's it, guys. It's not a big Friday waffle. I do apologise. I says I've had quite a few bits and pieces on my plate the last few days, and I've not really had much time to actually think of something. Like I said, I was actually getting to the point I wasn't really going to do a Friday waffle, but you know, you're my paying audience, and I need to try and keep you entertained. And whether listening to me prattle shite for about 20 minutes is entertaining, I don't know. But as usual, guys, I do appreciate you watching. I always appreciate all the comments. I appreciate you taking time to watch my videos. If you like the video, please like it. If you want to see more of this, maybe consider hitting the old subscribe button. And as usual, guys, thanks for watching.